wanted to talk to y'all today about outsourcing and how I don't do it all and how I still struggle with letting go of control. So this came up with a few people that have messaged me and seeing like me running a successful young living business, me creating Soul Up, me creating swag, and I'm saying me like being sarcastic, right? So sorry, my chair's all squeaky. And so I wanted to kind of touch base and like share that I don't do it all. I think so often comparison starts to happen because on social media, we show what we want to be seen, right? And that goes for a lot of the comparison I see for these beautifully curated Instagram pages of these mamas that got like, I got 12 kids and my kids are always dressed matching and all this beautiful stuff that is eye-catching. This is why we follow. But what you don't see behind the scenes 99% of the time is all the help they have, right? The nannies, the babysitters, the parents that help, all of the things, right? And so I think it's super important that you kind of have that reality check of like, look, when you see somebody that is being super successful or doing all these things, they're showing you all the things, but they're not showing you behind the scenes. So I wanted to talk about some of the ways that I outsource and then how I still kind of struggle and I'm trying to manifest the perfect ways and people to help with the things that I want help with. Because I do, for a long time, I struggled not only like 5+ years ago when we couldn't afford to outsource anything. That's probably why I felt like I was crazy all the time because I was doing a majority of it myself. But now I outsource or get help and not afraid to ask for help. And it's so life-changing when you realize, oh my gosh, I can totally ask for help. I should not feel guilty about this, or this, right? Especially for you women that I know take on the weight of the world, right? Or take on feeling like you can't ask for help because you feel guilty. And that's BS, like total BS. So I wanted to tell you some of the ways. Number one is I have really good time management skills and I'm a really great multitasker, so that helps a lot. I'm actually, and stay tuned for some future posts, but I'm actually going to be teaching on some of my time management skills so that you ladies, because I'm talking to you ladies, I know men watch me, but you know, I'm always talking to my girls. I also have an incredible husband. I'm so blessed with the most supportive, loving, caring, sexy husband ever. If I'm like, I've got to lock myself in the room or in my office for a day and actually knock out some hardcore work, he's like, okay, me and Harrison are going to go do this. We're going to go do this. He's never once put that guilt on me of, oh, well, you're not spending time with us or whatever, because I do, goes back to the time management. I make sure that I have those times with my family too. So I have an incredible husband. I've also trained myself not to feel guilty about when I need that self-care, self-love time, when I need to take a hot bath, when I need to, shut the door and take a few deep breaths. I've just learned not to feel guilty because of those time management skills of really putting things intentionally in the order that I desire for our life. Also, and like I said, for a long time, I did do a lot of my business by myself, but in the last couple of months, I hired a business coach and a digital strategist that is really keeping me in line so that my squirrel brain's not like do. So I get a lot more done with her helping guide the way. So shout out Heidi. I also have a babysitter that we use probably once a week for a few hours a week when we need her, sometimes more. Yesterday, Harrison was in school from 9 to 2. I had 2 hours of driving, so 30 minutes to his school to drop him off, 30 minutes back home, got a solid 3.5, 4-ish hours of work, and then another 30 minutes to get him, and then 30 minutes back home. And so I took that time to really get in the work that I needed to do. And so that helps a lot. Also, last night I wasn't done working. So from 2 to 5, I played mommy. We played, we cuddled, we hung out. And then at 5 o'clock, I hired a babysitter, his babysitter, to come over for 2.5 hours to spend time with him so I could get more work done. And I had zero guilt about it because I know my purpose and I know what I'm putting out there. And I feel like so many times women struggle with letting go of self-control, and I say that with conviction because I was that woman, and I still to this day struggle. I still don't have a house cleaner. I don't have anybody cooking our meals. I don't have anybody doing our laundry. Do I want that? Heck yes. But we live in a really small town, really small, and you have to be picky about who you let in your house, right? But eventually I want somebody to clean my house once a week. I want somebody to do my laundry when they're cleaning my house. I want somebody to maybe watch Harrison more during the days, because babysitters can only do certain times or certain hours, and his babysitter's great, but I wouldn't mind having somebody come and play with him. He is an only child, y'all. Do you know how exhausting that is when your kid wants you to play with him 24/7? I love my baby. Don't get me wrong. I love every second with him, but it's exhausting, which is why we are still trying to have another kid to give him a sibling to play with. Just kidding. Kind of kidding. So anyways, I just wanted to really share that especially for you women, don't be afraid to outsource things. Don't be afraid to put things and ask for help and tell your husband or your kids, mommy's taking a bath, or mommy's working for an hour, or whatever it is. Like, you have to release that guilt, especially if your passion and your purpose and your mission is in very much alignment. Then you get intentional. And like I said, I'll be coaching a lot on my time management skills coming up, but I just wanted to kind of share that. And you also have to know that your time is valuable. So if you could pay somebody $40 to come and pick up your house once a week or whatever it may be, and that saves you, say, 2 hours that you could actually be spending with your family, or doing actual work in your office that would yield results that are greater than $40, then it's worth it, right? So I just wanted to share those tips for y'all today about outsourcing, and really just, I've got so many, but those are to come, but really just not being guilty about asking for help, not being guilty for taking time for you and delegating and getting help from other people. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you'll have a great day.